if you're gonna be a DJ, one of the best things to do is like make friends with local guys because that is like they have networks that you're probably not gonna have, and it's a really easy way to like slip in and meet new people, regardless of who they are, because they could either be in nightlife or they could be something totally different where they could help you in that regard. And I think we've met so many people in New York City, but I think like that was a really an eye opening experience to like meet those people and then you gain connections out of that and then
Well, talk about that a little bit as far as gaining connections because and how important that is, especially because look, even though you guys are in the most important city in our country, right? It's still a very small circle of people that are kind of in that network. Talk a little bit about like how to network for the guys that are out there looking to kind of break through, such as yourselves back in 2021. What are some of the like the techniques or some of the things that you guys did that worked well for you that you can kind of share with others?
yeah, we could share just a tiny bit. We won't.
Just don't give away the secret sauce, but just some general things.
I think with just to start off when we talk about our friend Student, shout out to him. One thing that we kind of and what we do now it's still to this day. We try to we're not really like going in like saying, "Hey, I want to play," because for a promoter or for anyone that you want to network with, to them it's like, okay, well, what are you like? It's great you want to play. I get hundreds of that every day. Like that's awesome. But what can you provide for me? So what we try to do it the other way around is we kind of just try to provide like value for them. Like we could do this for you. We can do that. We have this. We have this platform. We have that. It could be anything. Like we've learned over the years. Like if you have a Facebook group of like I'm just giving an example like NYC Big Room and you could just go to them and say, "Hey, I have 1,500 people in this Facebook group that would come to this show if we were able to rent out this space. We have 1,500 people in this Facebook group." To them, to a promoter, they're like, "Wow, 1,500! Like, if we have 300, if the 300 is the max, like, we're gonna sell this out no problem with 1,500 people." So, when we've networked with a lot of these guys, it's value proposition from our side. We don't kind of just be like, I want the gig. That's not how we come from it.
Yeah, you're bringing something to the team.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
With that too is, and this is even I'm sure you guys know about this. Like even like if someone asks us to come on and play with them, and we have a really good relationship with them, we're never like in return like we need to do this for you, like you need to do this for us. Like we're not trying to like have it where we have to do something for you, you have to do something for us. If something happens out of it, that's the greatest thing out of it. And we're not like, well, if you get a song, like we can collab with you. Like we don't look at it that way. We never have. If something comes out of it, that's how you keep the connection, the friendships. And I think when we first started with Stune is what he did with us was he would put us on shows with a lot of his other DJ friends in New York. We would get on a big lineup together. We have like 5 slots, and we started meeting his other DJs that were friends of his, and it created this whole like little like clique, a circle of DJs that we became really good friends with. We'd see them at all the shows. Every time we would go out, like it would be like this like whole group of us. And then it just built from there. We were able to connect those guys with people we knew. They were able to connect guys with that they knew with us, and it just became very, very easy to start connecting in the city with a lot of other people. And I think we're very grateful for that because, when people take chances on you, and as you know, like their asses are on the line every night. So when a talent buyer books you, like they're looking at it as, well, if he screws up, like I look bad.
Yeah.
And we've taken every gig and opportunity that we've ever done. We've taken it, and you have to take it seriously. We've taken it to the max seriously, where it's like get there on time. Just be polite to all the people that are at the venue. What we do is everybody that ever books us, and this goes for any show we've ever played, we get them a bottle of wine. We show up to the venue. We're like, hey, this is our, we want to thank you guys. This is a form of gratitude from us. And they're like taken back by it because they're like, well, we don't usually get this from anybody. So it's like a little remembrance from them. Like, wow, these guys like actually thought of me. They're not just here. They're not thinking of it as just a gig. They actually offer grateful that we've booked them for it.
You
So
guys are going above and beyond then. And then to your point, man, when they have another gig coming up, you're gonna be the first one that pops into the mind. So I love that. I love
I
that
think
too.
it's well, it's funny you say that because when we did the Alan Walker show with Echo Stage, they came back to us and reached out about Tiesto literally like 2 weeks after. So it was like when you're in that position where at the time the number one venue in the world is coming to you, you know you're doing something right. And I think that when that happened to us, we kind of looked at each other and were like, yeah, that's them actually caring about us. They actually think we did a great job. And I think the other thing too was it's just when I think when they see like I think they saw it in us too when we showed up to the venue like you can get a sense of what a person like is when you first meet them. I think everybody has like that first impression of like all right these guys are good guys or if you come in like again if you come in with like as a DJ and you come in with somebody that's acting stupid and even if it's your friend and he's like making an ass out of yourself that could hurt you in the end. So you have to be like you have to look over your shoulder every single time you're playing because, like Joe said, your ass on the line every single time you're up there.
Yeah, I love that you guys touched on all of this because we've talked about it at length on this show about meeting people and social networking and face-to-face conversations. Because a lot of these people in these discords, not going to name names, but oh, that doesn't matter. You don't need to do that.